Hello dear students, welcome in this online session of 10th standard, and the lesson which we are going to refer is depending upon your supplementary reader. Now before starting the lesson, one thing we need to understand very carefully that if we wish to get a materialistic anything related to the other's property, we need to take care of that maximum. Not only this, we also need to understand that whenever we are wishing to make our level upgrade, we should not go out of our limitations. It can make us to trouble also. This lesson is all about, this is lesson number 7, the necklace. Now, the boys are not having much fancies about the necklaces, but the girls must be having, because they are always related to the ornaments, and actually they deserve to do that also. So we should not do any kind of criticizing things on that. It's a natural part to get the ornamental theories in the lifestyle of the women or the girls. Now in this pandemic situation of COVID-19, I hope you all must be fitting yourself very comfortable at your houses, and making yourself very independent too, including studies and all. And whenever you are visiting the places like market, you must be taking care, including some of the smart objects along with you while you are getting out of your homes, that is either sanitizer, hand gloves, or the face mask too here. Now I hope you all must be feeling safe at home, and you all are fit and fine as well. You'll also live fit and fine always. So let's start today's lecture. Now this lecture, in the one part, will be discussing about the basic theory related to a husband and a wife, a couple who are actually, you might have seen that what I'm going to make you understand, the couple who are already going to make themselves very much trouble just for a one day to create trouble for the 10 years. They are going to become very troublesome inside the 10 years or upcoming 10 years. Now why this is happening, that is a kind of a question mark here. What happens next is a question mark. So you might be also thinking that what is this lesson all about? Then I would like to tell you that this lesson is all about taking a material from a lady who is a friend and losing that material, and in order to pay the debt of that material, the husband wife, means the couple, are struggling for upcoming 10 years. Now there is a very sweet, funny and interesting moralful twist also in the story that I'll tell you, and you must see this video today full so that you will get that story also in the end of the part of this lecture. So let's begin with the theme of the lecture. The theme of the lecture is depending upon a character whose name is Matilda. Now who has written this kind of beautiful stories? This kinds of beautiful stories actually written by, you can check it out, the name here, Gay de Maupassant. That is a person who has actually given you the story, this concept here. Now this story also deals with the general practical knowledge and presence of theory too. Why I'm telling you this? Because if you're unaware about some of the material, if you're unaware about some of the thieves, if you're unaware about some of the incident which you are going to welcome in your life, obviously you are gonna suffer very dangerously, and obviously you're gonna pay for that very heavily. So that's how Matilda is invited to a grand party. Now this party is actually taken as the ancient English literature name, which is also known as the ball. Okay, that's a party that you need to, don't be confused my dear student, that what is a ball. It's not a kind of a, we can say like a sports game object, but it is apart from that a party. Okay, that's a royal party. So here a grand party. Now she has a beautiful dress but no jewelry. Now the lecturer who are the students who are sitting with their moms right now observing this lecture, I would like to tell you that okay, sometimes moms are always related with the dad to ask when I'll get the jewelry. This Diwali is coming, I need some gold. Dashera is coming, Raksha Bandhan is there. So it's not like that, but girls are asking for the jewelries from their husbands and all. After the marriage they are very open-minded, and then they are talking very openly also for asking about the demand of jewelries, dresses, and many more kinds of things, where a male person can be adjusting himself somehow in any condition, but the females need the matching things only. See, here I'm not criticizing the females, but I'm just what I have experienced I'm sharing with you. As a husband, one should also support his wife, but in this case the husband is going to support the wife very dangerously. Means he will work for 10 years like the donkey, because he actually he needed to pay the debt of that jewelry, which was very costly according to them. Okay, now I am using this word according, that also I will explain you in this theory. So here she borrows a necklace from a friend and loses it. So what happens the next? That is the main theory that is here. What is happening the next? So my dear student, let's start the story. This story is divided into basic two parts. One part, the first one, or you can say like three parts. The first part in which a couple fight is shown, how a husband is actually trying to convince his wife, and how a wife is not convinced by the husband and she is demanding, and how a husband is giving away to buy, or rather to buy a jewelry, she can borrow the jewelry. So that is the basic first part, where the Matilda borrows a diamond jewelry which is looking very much expensive, and that's how she's happy to show herself off, to show off inside the party in comparison with the other women inside the party. Therefore she is owning that. Now the second part says that she loses it and she's now in the trouble. The third part says that they needed to work for 10 years for that jewelry. So that's how we can say that this concept of the theory is lying between the lecture, and the lecture is actually related with the beautiful couple Matilda and her husband. Now see my dear student, Matilda borrows a diamond necklace from her wealthy friend Madame Fastier. That's the name of here, okay? That is the Fastier. You need to pronounce like that, okay? To wear it all and to wear it on the ball. Now in the ball function. After the ball, she realizes that the necklace is gone. Gone means it has just vanished. Somebody has stolen the necklace, and then laterally they needed to work for the 10 years to replace the same necklace original to that friend from where they bought it out here. So Matilda is borrowing the necklace, and therefore after the ball gets over, it means that after the party, as I made you understand about the grand party gets over, now they needed to return the necklace, but it was not possible to return the necklace. Now see what is happening. This Matilda, now I'm starting the lesson, you need to focus. Matilda is a charming and pretty lady, a woman who always believes in herself, always greater than the other things, and she is enjoying her life very brighter. And now here the feeling that she actually deserves the luxurious life and all was not given from her parents, neither inside the dowry nor from the husband. So therefore she was continuously feeling jealousy, logging with the other people, and after marrying a clerk who was working for a small basic salary as a public instructor, Matilda settles into a life of generally a normal life, a mandatory life here. Therefore logging with desire unfulfilled, Matilda was always avoiding wealth and better life from her own or from her own surroundings. Therefore Matilda was related with the neighbors and the friends too here. Now once is related with the neighbors and the friends too, Matilda is trying to make them convinced that she is a good girl, or she is a girl who is always related with the basic theory and the concept of life too here. Now what is happening here? See, Matilda settles into life of, as I made you, into simplicity, but lately she found a wealthy friend, okay, Madame Fastier, a former schoolmate who actually met in her childhood, and because of returning from her friend's house on plus causes Matilda to suffer even more deeply when she returned from her modest abode. Means whenever she was visiting that lady's house, who was actually very good from the family, wealthy also, she was feeling that, okay, my house, my husband, my life is so mere desire. It's not that much on the pro level. I just can't feel happy in that. But then also somehow, as you know, that the story is leading with the concept, she was trying to make herself happy, and also she was trying to make herself very convenient also. So one evening when the husband is returning, there is an incident, arrives home with what he actually believes to be joyful news to the wife. What he's having, the couple is actually invited, and that's how the husband is showing the invitation. Oh my wife, dear, lovely honey, I want to give you this invitation, which is actually a celebration of the ministry, and it has been also invited, they have also invited to us, which is actually difficult for the other people, but we are invited, so we need to go there. Are you ready for that? So he's asking, trying to comfort her, the husband, whose name is Monsieur Lozi or Lossless, okay, now ask how much simple dress might cost, when Matilda is telling that, oh no, I don't want to go in the party. See, husband is coming inside the house by the wish that after getting this invitation, I hope my wife, means Matilda, will be happy enough to go, but she was sad. The salt of her face had been vanished out and the eyes were popping like the fireballs. It means that she was angry too, she was feeling anxiety and she was not happy. Why? The reason was asked by the husband, and then she said, I don't have a proper dressing also. So trying to comfort her wife, Monisher says that how much a simple dress might cost, I'll buy for that. Matilda estimated such a dress would cost around 100 francs. Monsieur Loisel had saved some of the money to treat himself to go for a hunting and to buy a gun also. So now in this story, Monisher is trying to make his FDs, means fixed deposit account or whatever, in his piggy bank. He kept the money to give his wife, means to buy the dress from his savings and all. So as the date of the ball approached, ball means as the party approached, Monisher Loisel senses his wife anxiety growing. She is more anxiety, she is becoming more fearless, she is becoming more angry as the date near comes of the party. Now why she is doing that? What is the reason? She tells him that she can go with the dresses, but she is not having she is not having any kind of single jewelry. Now this person is not having any kind of money to spend for the jewelry. So for the jewelry and for the dress, now how I can be going? So he tries to convince her by neutral summary, by giving a natural theme to that, and he says that the natural flowers are very stylish. I'll make some of them a garland on your hairs and all. You'll be looking very fine. But Matilda cannot convinced. Matilda is not convinced by that. See, a woman, if she needs a jewelry, it means she needs a jewelry. None other than jewelry can make her satisfy. Therefore, he tries to convince her that naturally flowers are not my worldly things which I need that. As per the husband says that I'll bring some natural flowers. It will look better. But the wife is very rigid and she is actually not convinced by that. So now she is actually trying to make herself to say no. And with this overloaded joy of the husband, now the husband is also going to become very sad. So she should simply ask to borrow some of the jewelry, as per the husband is guiding that. You can ask some of the jewelry from Madame Frostier. You go and ask. Might be she helping you. So Madame Frostier shows Matilda many pieces when she went at her home and asked for her jewelry for one night only. She said, yeah, I'll give you, don't you worry about that. The pearl necklaces, the blue necklaces with the precious stone, admirable beauty, workmanship and all, everything was shown. But she asked her friend about many more other things. Means Matilda is asking to Madame Frostier that I need something more, or something special. And in that case, she actually observes when the friend is offering a special piece of necklace made by like a shining diamond stone, and she is actually somehow trembling to hold that. It was so precious, it was so at catchy. She kisses on the hands of the friends and feel very much excited, and she says that yes, this is the thing which I was waiting for. यही तो था जिसको मैं ढूंढ रही थी. Thank you very much. I will be very delighted to wear this out. So this necklace was actually kept inside the treasure box, which was actually with her friend, whose name actually I have already pronounced in the lesson, and she was also the classmate, means Mrs. Frostier, or you can say Madame Frostier. So she is taking that and giving that. Now she is observing that and she is telling, elegant, this is smelling also so beautiful, as I am smiling also so joyful, this is crazy, I'll wear this. Men desired to know her, to beg to be introduced her inside the party. When she went there, every man needed to come closer to her, to impress her, to talk with her. Every woman of the party was now feeling jealous with Matilda, where Matilda was very proudly walking inside the party, and she was not losing any chance to show off her jewelry, which was actually taken as a borrowing jewelry from the Madame Frostier. So therefore finally it's the time to return home, as it was said by the husband, and now just she was desiring to show off more beauty. The party was over. Now she was going back to the home. As you know that husband was sleeping afternoon, and Matilda finds always her husband sleeping in the afternoon, and he was busy in his own work. So therefore when Monsieur Loisel wraps his wife in the modest of the common wrapping of the life, and they walks under the in the streets alone at the night time, they entered into a cold space area. And now Matilda again feels the pain of her own relative and other people, how the feeling jealous when I just wore this necklace. So she is telling that the condition when I wore this necklace, it was very impressive, and now I need to make them confirm that this necklace was belonging to me. So relatives actually were feeling these kinds of things. But if we go more further, then Matilda, when she reached at home, after sitting inside the carriage, she found that the necklace was not there. Now necklace was not there. What they'll do in that case? What they will do in the case? In the case, somehow the necklace was actually stolen by a thief who was actually following them since from the last past area. And therefore Matilda was now shocked out. As I made you to understand what happens the next, you can check it out what happens the next. So what is happening the next? That is the basic thing. So the story and the concept is taking on the character who is describing the escape of a man and a woman, where we can say Madame Locksley and her husband are now going to put themselves inside a trouble. Now they went back to home, but the story is not ending till here only. When they went back to home, they supposed to give excuse to the friend that the necklace had been gone for the stitching, it has gone for the polishing, it has gone for the different work and all. And they spent, Matilda also actually, she lost her beauty, her husband lost the job or lost the health also doing extra job and all. Matilda became the housewife, she became the maid servant, she became the other cleaning agents and all. So for 10 years to pay the original jewelry which was lost by them, to collect the amount of money so that she can return that jewelry, she always made some kinds of different confessions. She always made some kinds of different excuse to Madame Foster that yeah, I'll return your necklace, you don't worry about that. And after 10 years they became very poor. Even the health also of Matilda became very worn apart. Her hairs became grey, her clothes became torn. She was not focusing on the diet also. They were not buying any kind of thing also. The husband also became very poorer. And after 10 years, when they collected the money, they bought the necklace and they gave the necklace to the lady. The lady was surprisingly observing that necklace, and she said that this necklace is really original. It means that the necklace was not original, which was given by them, which was given by the lady. The necklace was duplicate necklace. It was like a copy stones and all. So it is actually blowing the mind of husband and wife that what they have done. They have almost wasted their 10 years of their life. And now they are actually buying an original necklace in the replacement of a duplicate stolen necklace. The story says that, my dear student, whenever you don't have any kind of capacity, I'll not use this as the right form of the capacity, but I can say what is actually not belonging to you, what is actually not fixing in your budget, you should not use that kind of material of the others. If there is a problem, then the paying will be very hard enough and a longer time will be wasted also in front of them. So the moral of the story is that you need to be satisfied. You need to be closely attached with your own satisfaction. And you should not wish the thing which is not belonging to you for a couple of days, a couple of hours, or for the show off from the other people. So borrowing is a good thing, but borrowing and making it lose or making it spoil, making it break is not a good thing. Because you know why? Because you only borrow the thing which is not with you. Either you can't buy that or you are not about to keep that material with you. So you should not borrow the materials which are not belonging to you. It can make trouble of the life. This lesson was till here only. I hope you actually enjoyed the lesson, and also if you'll go theory in the detail wise of the page numbers and all, then you'll get some easy concept clearing with this lecture. So we'll be meeting in some other lecture. This was chapter number 7, lesson number 10, SLR reader, supplementary reader, and the lesson was the necklace. So the twist of story is that the necklace was duplicate, which was given from the lady, that is from the Madame Foster, to the Matilda and her husband. But what they did for 10 years made them to buy a new and original necklace, which was actually making their life also ruined for 10 years. So this is the concept of the theory. We'll see you in some other lectures, in some other part of the new chapters and all. Then you can keep revising and stay away from the strangers and use masks and sanitizers. Make sure to be away from COVID-19. Take care. Thank you. Jai Hind.